I'm Mo, and this is Jolly Moe on Chemo. So it's spring 2017, Mr. Cheeto Man is president, and my cancer's back. Not a good year so far. And today I just want to discuss what I want to do with this YouTube channel, why I'm starting it, and talk about my history with cancer with you. So my first time dealing with cancer, I became somewhat of a hermit. I was physically removed from college and my daily life to undergo treatment. But I also was mentally and socially kind of disengaged. The sole focus at the time was recovery. So everything else kind of went away. This time around, I don't want to do that. I really want to stay living even when I'm sick. I mean, obviously I'm still living, but I want to stay alive. I don't know if anybody's going to watch this, but I want to make content that I wish existed when I was going around through chemo like the first time around. So I'm also hoping to reach out to others and help them stay engaged with the world when they're going through cancer or another debilitating disease. Just because we're sick doesn't mean that we aren't still living and that we aren't beautiful even in our struggle. So over the next 18 weeks, I hope to make a video each week covering anything from eating habits to maintaining healthy relationships with friends and even just food taste, because stuff changes. And if I skip a week, you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm probably too sick to do it. But I'm gonna try really hard. My first time around, I was diagnosed in February of 2014. I first started having symptoms in the summer of 2013. I know, long time for a diagnosis. This is not uncommon for the type of cancer I have. So I have ovarian cancer, and it is the most deadly cancer for women because it goes unnoticed for so long because it's kind of asymptomatic. But we'll talk about that. So my first symptoms started happening the summer of 2013. I had irregular discharge and regular periods going on. And initially I was going in like every 2 weeks to the doctor, getting diagnosis after diagnosis with, oh, it's a yeast infection. Now it's a bacterial infection. Oh, you might have an STD because this is taking so long. And then also on top of it, like just general disbelief of what was going on with me. They half the time thought it was really serious, and the other half the time thought that I was just crazy. And so eventually I started having pain, and at that point finally I got an ultrasound done, and after that I got an MRI done to look at what was going on. So it turned out that I had a couple masses, and they were pretty large. After the surgery, we found out that one was the size of a grapefruit, yay! And the other one was the size of like an orange. So that's fun. After the MRI, I quickly had to like leave school. This is January 2014, so literally I just started my first week of classes for my junior year of college, and I had to like leave school, leave classes, and go back home with my parents to undergo treatment because the surgery itself would have been like much longer of a recovery than I could have done while maintaining while maintaining my status in classes. That's it. It wasn't until after the surgery that we actually found out it was cancer. Going in, they thought it was just cysts, and everyone was just telling me like, okay, you're gonna have surgery and everything's gonna be fine, and you're gonna get to go back to school really soon. Awesome. So I go into surgery, I'm under, and my parents get the lovely news that it is cancer. I am really thankful that I didn't have to have that news before going into surgery. It's kind of really nice having it happen while you're under, and then you wake up to it. To each their own. So during the surgery, I had just one ovary removed, and the masses obviously were biopsied to get a look at where along the line my cancer was. Initially, I was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer, but it was later put down to stage 3B by a specialist. So after surgery, I got a gynecological oncologist, and I had a port placed, which is a device used to get chemo into your body safely without harming your veins. So then after that, I started chemo, and I did 3 rounds, and after those 3 rounds, I had a second surgery where I had a full hysterectomy and removal of any other visible cancer cells in my body. After that point, I also had an additional port placed that was in my stomach. This is not common for most types of cancers. This is only because my cancer was localized in my stomach that we used that type of port. And thereafter, all my chemo treatments were done through the stomach port and just leaked fluid everywhere. It was really, really weird and fun. After those 3 rounds of chemo, I reached remission in July of 2014. I went back to school and back to life, and let me tell you, I hit it hard because I was alive. And after I hit it really hard, I got my shit together again, and I got into grad school, where I am now. I'm not going to say which university, but I am really happy to be here, working with wonderful people, and I don't want to leave. So that's also part of why this is all happening. I don't want to leave school because I'm sick again. So we talked about cancer round 1. Now we're going to talk about cancer round 2. So I had surgery done in May, and we found 3 small tumors that altogether add up to the size of a pea. So that's a big difference from the first time. And so I started chemo already, and today I'm on round 1, day 6. If you're not familiar with chemo and how rounds work, it's a 3-week period when the chemo is active in your body. So today, that means that I'm on day 6 out of 21 of my first round of chemo. So hair usually starts falling out your 2nd week. I'm gonna rock it while I still have it. And no, I didn't get this because of surgery or something. I made a fashion choice because I like it. So that brings everybody up to speed with what I'm going through, and yeah. As I said, I'm really hoping to post 1 video per week, and I'll try my darndest to keep that up. I just want to do a last minute plug for this wonderful company called Love Your Melon. It is a company, if you know what Tom's is, when you buy a pair of shoes, they donate a pair of shoes. Love Your Melon, whenever you buy a hat, it donates a hat to cancer patients. And this is a wonderful company, not only because it does this, but because its hats are so nice. They have ball caps and also beanies in so many different colors and patterns, great for guys, girls, anything. And they're really comfortable and not itchy, which is really important for bald heads. So yeah, take a look and support a wonderful company. This has been Jolly Moe. Stay jolly.